Hello everyone. So today I thought I'd just sit down and have a chat with you. We haven't had a one-on-one chat for a while, and I just wanted to update you on what is actually happening in my life right now. As everyone probably knows who watches me regularly, I am on a gap year, which means I go travelling quite a lot and I move from place to place quite a lot. And again, I have got a change of background due to me travelling again, and we are now in Hobart, which is in Tasmania, which is still in Australia. I thought Tasmania was a different country, but it's still in Australia. It's rather chilly here. It's because it is the closest thing to Antarctica, I think it is. There's nothing really in front of Tasmania and Antarctica. So even though they are very, very far away from each other, Tasmania still gets the wind from Antarctica, the sea is still from Antarctica, and it's basically quite chilly, but that's only because it's winter. In the summer it's normally the same temperature as normal Australia. So anyway, what we're doing here, our plan was to travel it for about a month, / work here for about a month, but then our plans have changed quite recently, and we are now flying to New South Wales on Wednesday, and it's now Monday. And we are going to be an au pair for this wonderful family who we spoke to many times before agreeing to go and live with them. And we're going to go do that for about 3 months, 2 or 3 months, depending on how long they want us and depending on how much money we can save up in that time. Then that's how long we'll stay for. And we're going to go stay there for a couple of months, which is crazy. As you know, we've done the whole camper van thing. We did it up to Alice Springs and that was great. We did it back, and then we came back and we stayed in Melbourne, and we stayed with my friend who I met in Korea, and that was lovely. And it was his birthday whilst we were there. That's what we went back for, because otherwise we'd have just continued travelling, but that's what we went back for because it was his birthday. That was just absolutely lovely, and I'm very excited to get to New South Wales and go and meet this family because they seem absolutely lovely. Their family consists of 3 boys and then a mum and a dad, so there's going to be 7 of us all together, which is a pretty big party, but hey, the more the merrier. I'm quite sad that I'm not going to get to see as much as Tasmania as I was hoping, because we were going to get a camper van and do Tasmania for about a week, and we were going to get to see all of the natural beauty of it, and there's loads of like rock formations and bits and bobs that just seem absolutely beautiful, and I'm so upset that I'm not going to get to see them because we arrived in Hobart on Wednesday and we leave on Wednesday, so that's given us a week. And with us not thinking we were going to be leaving so soon, we didn't really set a plan in action to go and see anything because we thought we had all the time in the world in Tasmania. As our plans have changed so quickly and so unexpectedly, then we aren't going to get to see what we actually wanted to go and see. We have tried to get a car for just one day for tomorrow, because today we were meant to go to Mona, but that didn't happen. We just made the decision that it wasn't going to be worth our money for such a little time. Because Mona is so big, we wouldn't have got to see much of it, so we decided to do that tomorrow because no car rental companies were able to hire us a car either for such short term or in such short notice, or just simply because we were under 21. But I guess the fact that we haven't seen anything gives us an excuse to come back, because Tasmania does look absolutely beautiful. It's so similar to New Zealand, it's absolutely unbelievable. When you come from the outback of Australia to Tasmania, and the change that you see is just amazing. Like, you wouldn't think it was the same country. It's kind of like you can go through England, you can see similar stuff, there's obviously hills, and then there's lots of sheep and cows, and it's like the countryside, and that's what England is. Whereas in Australia it has been outback and desert and like dried up browny plants for 3 weeks of my life, and then we came over here and it's been green and mountainous and lots of water everywhere, and it's just so different. It's crazy to think that it's the same country, but it's absolutely stunning. The week that we've just had has been absolutely horrendous. It's been a roller coaster of emotions throughout the whole week. We thought we lost our passports, we thought we'd left them on the plane. Matthew had them in his jacket pocket, and then left his jacket on the plane, and then he went to turn back around and go get it. The staff wouldn't let him go back on, which is completely understandable. We understood why we weren't able to go back on and retrieve our jacket, but then we were told that the jacket wasn't on the plane, and we 100% know that we took the jacket there with us with the passports in, because we kind of needed our passports and we were using the jacket regularly to put headphones in, etc, etc. So we know we haven't left it anywhere. So our thought is now that someone's picked our jacket up and has either just decided to keep it, not knowing that the passports were in the pocket, or they've just seen a nice jacket under the seat on the plane, picked it up, decided to keep it and binned our passports. The second thing that happened to us this week is we booked wrong flights. So we got the job to be an au pair on Friday. Yeah. And we decided to fly there on Tuesday or Wednesday because that's what the family asked us to do, and we were more than happy to go out there and help them out. So we booked flights for the 23rd of, well, what I thought was the 23rd of May. Then we went to go book the train ticket, and it just seemed to be that I'd booked it for August rather than May, which was an absolute nightmare. And then this was at 11:30 at night, so when we tried to ring the place, it was obviously closed. And then when we rang in the morning, it was confirmed that we weren't going to get any money back, and then if we wanted to change it, it was going to cost us more than the flight tickets in the first place. So we've just decided to leave them, maybe try and sell them in the future, or I don't know, we just bought new flights for the right day, and we've booked everything, so that's fine. It was just a little hiccup of booking wrong dates and wrong flights. And then the third thing that has happened this week, that has been bad, is my phone screen got cracked. And now I know that happens to everyone every now and again, and it's not that big of a deal, but when you've had a week like mine and then your phone screen cracks, you just feel like the world is crumbling down around you. But we also had like some really good things happen to us this week, and our emotions have just been everywhere. So obviously we got our job, which is really good, because we were a little bit worried on how we were going to keep our money down to a minimum and how we were going to like see everything that we wanted to see without spending too much. But this job is going to give us the opportunity to save up whilst not spending a lot. So it's going to give us the opportunity to go and travel. It's not going to give us much time at the end, but we've seen pretty much everything. Like, I'm glad we've came over to Tasmania, even though it was just for a week, because we have got to see Hobart and we have got to see what this part of the country is like. So we have got to see Tasmania in a little way, just not as much as we were expecting. And yeah, so anyway, we got our job, which was amazing. Matthew got some extra money given to him by a company, which was absolutely lovely of them, because he had put some money on his, we've got like a travel card with Caxton, and he'd put money on and then the money hadn't gone in onto his card, and he was like, well, I've just lost £500, like, where's it gone? And they dealt with it absolutely fabulously, and they sent him money over and they give him some extra money, so he was very happy about that. And the other thing that went quite well, like swayed towards our way, was when we bought our Wi-Fi box, it was half price, like I said in my Hobart little mini vlog thing. So we've done like over half of the Australian states now. We've already done New South Wales, because we went to Sydney with my dad and my brother. If you want to go and watch that vlog, I'll leave a link down below. But we've only got Queensland and South Australia to do. And the thing about where we're going to au pair is that they live really close to Queensland. They live about 2 hours from Byron Bay, which I think is still in New South Wales, but then they live about 4.5 hours away from Brisbane and the Gold Coast. So with our time off and stuff, we're hoping to be able to go and do a couple of trips up there and see all that side, as well as like still have our job, which would be perfect because we can still earn, and then we like can spend it on that, which is great. And then we are at the end we are planning on going up to Cairns, because we are also wanting to go up to Perth, because once we've done Perth then we've done all of the states in Australia, and that is something that I am very determined to finish. So once our Australian trip's over and it's pretty much time for me to go home, I am going to go and try and get to New York. One of my best friends, Jade, is doing Camp America over there, and it just so happens that she's finishing about the same time that I'm planning on going home. So I am going to try and get a flight over to New York and stay with her and her family as they're going out to meet her for 11 days, I think. So I'm going to go out there, well, I'm going to try and go out there for a couple of days, meet them, have a bit of fun in New York, and then fly home, hopefully for the beginning of September, probably like mid-September, just to give myself a couple of weeks rest, depending on the date that I start uni. And that's basically everything that's happened in my life so far. So that's basically the plans now. They do change a lot. As I've said at the beginning, we were expecting to stay in Tasmania for about a month or so, and we've stayed here for a week. So life takes you funny places and you've just got to roll with it. And that's what we're doing. So I will see you guys in another video soon. I've spoke to the family that I'm going to live with, and they're completely fine with me doing my YouTube stuff around then. So hopefully we'll get some like good videos and good vlogs of days out that we do and stuff like that, and you'll see my new family soon. So thanks very much for listening to me for the past God knows how long. I will see you very soon in a new video. Please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this one-on-one chat, and please hit that red subscribe button down below if you want to see more of me. Leave some comments down below, it can be whatever you like. I just really enjoy replying to you guys and speaking to you over the internet and making friends, and thanks for watching. Bye!